Possibility. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We are in prime time. MotorMouth Broadcasting for the next round of the HRT2Heart Motorsports Truck Series at Viva Las Vegas. Who is going to hit the slot machine, try to get the 777s, take it all the way to the bank, try to get the win here tonight? We're going to find out here in just a couple of short hours. You'll see it all live here on MotorMouth Broadcasting. Good evening, folks. I'm the Redneck Announcer Jake Reeves, my good buddy Jim Cunningham, alongside Chasing Muscle Car 75, Las Vegas. It's going to be a good one right here, Jim. I love this place. I really do. I love racing here. Bumpy, wore out, all that good stuff. Oh, it's going to be a good one tonight. Good evening, bud.
All right, good evening, man. Good to be here with you again. Of course, you and I worked together Friday night, so it hadn't been that long since we visited. Yeah, I love Las Vegas. I love the track. I love driving the track. I like the excitement that people get when it comes to going to Vegas. When NASCAR goes to Vegas, there's just and even Formula One that was there this week. I mean, there's just something a little extra special about Las Vegas. The glitz, the glamour, the lights, and just all of it, man. It's just I don't know if you've ever been to Vegas, but it's it's one hell of a town, to say the least.
I ain't never been to Vegas. I always wanted to go, but I will say this: if I ever did, what money I was bringing with me, I would not come back with it. I guarantee you. And I'm not talking about, I'm gonna triple up. no, I'll be like triple down. What I'll be ended up whatever I brought, I'm gonna end up having. Let's see if we can get some more out of it. That's why I try to stay out of Vegas. Dude, the last time I went to a casino, I think was maybe about a month before my son was born. My son was born on July the 7th of this year. So I'd say it's a little bit more than a month. It was right there at the first part of June. That's when I went there. That's the last time I went to a casino up in North Carolina, and I ain't been back since. So, and I didn't do good that night either.
Well, I've been to Vegas a few times. Back, I used to be in the fight business, and I used to go out to Vegas for the UFC events when they were out there in Vegas, and I've had some good trips and some not so good trips. It was always a bit of fun, but I tell you what, I just have a good time in Vegas, just like walking around and seeing all the craziness and just all of that too. It ain't even about about the gambling necessarily. It's just about it's just fun. I just love the town. All right. Is that going to stay up there? Oh, no, good. Okay. I got nervous there for a second. We sometimes if you leave the stuff up while it changes over sessions, it'll stick and you have to close the software out to get it straightened out. But we're good. So we're starting lone qualifying here and see what we got going on here.
Jim, real quick, you was talking about UFC fight. I would have loved to went to a UFC fight. I've been to MMA fights. I know we're getting qualifying down. They got 10 minutes in qualifying and everything else. But, I wanted to go to a UFC fight, and I'll tell you a funny story real quick. I went to a UFC fight one time. It wasn't UFC, it was just MMA.
Right.
It was behind a Harley-Davidson place here in Georgia, here in North Georgia. They had a little MMA deal set up, and me, my dad, and a couple of friends went, and I didn't know who the hell any of them was. Nobody knew who any of them was. We just knew that it was cheap beer, and we was going to see some cage fighting. We were all for it. One old boy come out to Aaron Lewis's Country Boy. I'm sure you've heard that song. And I was yeah, baby, that's my boy right there. That's the one that I'm wanting. And, son, he got knocked out cold on the damn cucumber in the first minute and a half of that round. I said, there went mine. And I didn't have no money on him, but if I would have, I'd have lost my ass. But anyway, that is what happens when you come to Vegas, and hopefully none of these drivers put themselves in that kind of situation to where they go all in, they try to bet the farm and lose their tail. You don't want to do that right here, Jim. Granted, with round 5, still got a little ways to go here in the season, but this place right here in these trucks, they've got to be careful because right off the bat, Oh, you're hauling the mail. It's foot to the floor at least for the first 15 or so laps.
Yes.
After 15 or so laps, good God Almighty, the tire wear and the truck, everything just goes to all teetotal crap.
Yeah, I think this is definitely the kind of track that at this point in the season, we've got we're going to go over the points here when this qualifying cools down because it won't take them 10 minutes. You got some guys back there that they're going to have to take a gamble here before long. You got the guys up there that are winning races, and we've got 4 different winners, 4 different races. You got guys like BJ that have not won a race yet. Lohmeyer, there's some guys that if they want to stay in the hunt here, they're going to have to jump up there and win a race here at some point in time. And now look at that M&M's paint scheme. You and I both are old Kyle Busch fans. That's a good looking paint scheme right there. And speaking of BJ, I didn't even know he was running the M&M scheme tonight. But yeah, I mean, it's going to take. Somebody's going to have to gamble here at some point to get in the winner's circle to keep up with these guys. Looks like they're all just about done qualifying right now. But
Jim, and you was talking about the Kyle Busch M&M's paint schemes and everything. Yes. Just for the hell of it here. Kyle Busch, I love him to death, except when he wrecked Dale Jr. at Richmond. Other than that, of course. Hell, when you wreck Dale Jr.,
everybody hates you when you.
Oh, your fans. And he sits there and says, I love Dale Jr. His fans are nuts. His fans are the only ones that I got a problem with. We got beef. Are you serious? Why would you shoot that literally
that was who 75%
he was. Of NASCAR's fan base.
But that's who he was, though, man. And that was a game he needed to play. He was never going to be the popular guy. So you might as well play that guy. Denny Hamlin. When Denny Hamlin was young, man, he was popular. People liked Denny. Mm-hmm. And Denny realized at some point in time he was never going to be that fan favorite guy. So he kind of turned to the villain towards the last half of his career, And then, of course, he's got the famous line, "I just beat your favorite driver." Who's that? All of them.
All of them.
So you got there's a role. That was his role in NASCAR, man. He was never going to be the fan favorite, and if he'd have just been a good guy, he would have just blended in. Even though he was winning races, he wouldn't have had a personality if he was trying to be a good guy. And the fact that he was a cocky little, he was an ass at times. He was. He was. But look, the dude could drive the wheels off anything, man. Anything. Uh-huh. I saw him get in that dirt car for Tony Stewart's charity thing that they do every year, the Prelude to the Dream. And that dude had never driven a dirt. The only dirt car he said he had ever driven at that point was he had driven his Legends car on the dirt when he was a kid. And he got in a dirt late model. And anybody, I know you've been to the dirt track plenty. Anybody that's ever seen any dirt late model racing, look, that ain't the kind of car you just jump in and go fast. That's a whole different style of driving than anything he grew up doing. And he jumped in that car and was quick guy on track within just a couple of laps. And that ain't nothing but, just pure driving skill, man. That's all that is. That's God-given talent. Some people got it and some don't. As it looks like it's our last driver here with Rusty Robbins out there. Oh, by the way, it's Rusty. Is this the guy we've been waiting on to come back all this time? Remember they kept talking about Rusty?
Yes, I think so. Yes.
I think it is. We'll have to check on that, but I'm pretty sure it is. But we still got a few minutes here, so let's pull the points up real quick. And let's take a look at that, where are we at right now. I'll let you go over them there.
And there's your points right there. Obviously, Scott Casadave up here. Looks like he is the man in charge, but not by much. You see the points. Rod Robertson, from his win at Daytona, sitting comfortably up there with about 4 points behind Scott Casadave. Bobby Joe right there in third, about 8 points back. And you got Cornprost. He's up to fourth, 13 points back. Dropped a spot from last week. The biggest mover out of all of them is James Borden, up 4 spots from where he was. I mean, and you look at these points all the way down, literally to 16th. With Cameron DeMonk, which we haven't seen a whole lot of him. Nicholas Kennedy, he's the one that got told go bye-bye. So basically, it's about 13 of them right here. I mean, you got Alan Marr. There's Rusty right there as well. These drivers could easily jump themselves up through these points.
Oh, yeah.
But up here in this top 5, top 6, top 7, I mean.
Close.
Damn, I mean, don't miss a week. You miss 1 week.
Oh, yeah, no.
And you're pretty much out of it.
It's certainly not going to help you any. I mean, you look right now, but that's what I was talking about, though. There's some guys back here, like around Ryan and Dan and guys like that, man. If they want to stay in the hunt, which, some guys aren't even there to be in the hunt. They're just having a good time. They don't really care about points, But if you're out there, and even BJ, he's slowly, steadily, he's having some good season. But if he doesn't turn in a win, it's going to get away from him, right? More than likely. Because these guys are going to win races. And every one of these guys up here at the top are probably going to win more before this season's over because they're all fast. So, so BJ, somebody like that's going to need to take a gamble here, whether it's some kind of pit strategy or something. They're gonna need to take a gamble and try to get a win here somewhere along the way. And we'll see when that's going to happen. It may not happen here, although what better place to take a gamble as we see the dice on the track right there. But, it's coming for some of those guys. But I tell you what, I think this points championship is going to stay tight all season. These guys, that top upper group, 6 or 7 guys or whatever, they're all close. They're all close in speed. And I think they're going to split these wins up. I don't know that anybody's going to run away. So far it seems to be that there's one guy every week, that's kind of found the setup or whatever you want to say, to get his truck hooked up. I don't know. What you think?
I don't know. I mean, you talk about as far as the points goes. I mean, obviously the points that they pay out, obviously 40 points for whoever wins it, and then it would be 1 point for last. That would be only if there was 40 drivers,
right.
In the field. So it's just 1 point down for each one,
Right. So,
and so it's 1 bonus point for the fastest lap. That you got the most laps led, and you lead a lap, you get the bonus point as well. So you got a whole lot of bonus points. I mean, yeah, I agree with you. It's going to be tight all the way down to the end, but you don't want to put yourself at a bad spot right there on that where you're like, oh hell, I've already finished 6 2 weeks in a row, and you're Scott Casanave. Then you've got to try to fire off quick. Like, you've got to get in there. You've got to start putting down some races to be able to try to fire back off, because Bobby Joe and Robertson and all those guys, they keep on clicking off a hell of a lot of finishes. You had a bad spot out of all that. So you got to be consistent. That is what pays. Here for the Heart to Heart Motorsports Truck Series, and we got a grid lined up for you.
Let's do it. All right, get your pace together. I hadn't figured out how to slow this thing down yet.
We'll get the pace kicking and rocking and rolling. Points leader, Scott Casanave, up here on the front row with Andrew Lohmeyer, be rolling off to the outside of row number 1. James Borden and Rusty Robinson, we talked about him. Right there you go in row number 2. Austin Cornprost and Bobby Joe, teammates, be rolling off 5th and 6th with Alan Marr. BJ Lane the 3rd with the M&Ms. If you can win him some M&Ms, win a whole lot of M&Ms here tonight. Dan Cullison and William Martin making up the top 10. There's Benny Jones and Ryan Perrone Sr. back there for the top 12. Ronald Robertson, not a good qualified effort. And Brandon Wrestler, that's the top 14. And Bud Light Mike is the top 15 drivers that will start here this season. I got it paced pretty good right there, Chip. But the big one out of all of that is Ronald Robertson back there.
It is.
In the 13th spot, sitting second in the points.
What do you think about that? You think that's going to be a problem for him, or do you think this race is long enough for him to work his way up front, or what do you think? I think he might be all right.
That is if there is not a problem. here on one of the, on the
Well,
start,
that's
or
true.
if there's a restart or something like that, because you are mired back into traffic. And I talked about this a second ago, Jim. This track, at least for the first 15 laps of a run, it races like a Daytona or a Talladega or an Atlanta. You are 100% momentum drafted, hauling the mail, coming through the corners. Turn 3 and 4, that corner is crazy as hell. Turn 1 and 2 is real bumpy down on the bottom, but you still got that super speedway effect for the first 15 to 16 laps. And then once that, the whole damn truck just falls off of a cliff, and you're basically just riding and praying at that point. But if Ronald Robertson, if there's nothing crazy that happens right here at the start, that 8, watch out for him. I think he does have a hell of a lot of time. He got 75 laps to make it all the way up here. He should be good to go as we are getting ready for the next round of the Heart Motorsports Truck Series. Scott Cassidy, Andrew Lowmeyer, green flag in the air, and we got a virtual race in Viva Las Vegas. Scott Cassidy down on the inside, Lowmeyer up top. They try to get away from James Borden, who, mind you, as I mentioned with the points, pretty big jump last week in the points. Try to ride some momentum up here in third. Scott leading them off turn number 2, but going into turn number 3, here comes Lowmeyer on the outside.
Yeah, Lowmeyer's got a nice run up there, it looked like. Well, of course, like you said, these trucks, right now you're going to be able to drive them down on the bottom, which that's a hard line to beat early on. That top line will come in once these tires start to wear a little bit, but right now it's going to be hard to beat anybody that's on the bottom because these trucks are hooked up, and that's the fast way around this track when the tires are good.
Boy, howdy, I'm telling you, absolutely sending it right there coming off of turn 2. Scott Cassidy able to jump out, got a little bit faster of a lap right there to 38.4, but obviously it's going to be a hell of a lot faster this time around. That was just a little taste. If anything, that was the appetizer. Getting ready for Thanksgiving this week, baby. A little appetizer lap, and hell yeah, they were 8 seconds faster that time. 30 flat, Lowmeyer and Scott Cassidy, both of them door to door. Borden trying to slide up in here in the mix as well, but the 31 of Lowmeyer caught the draft, caught the run, and is going to take it all the way to the front. Down in the center where Grandpappy has the moonshine from Grady and maybe a little bit of that extra turkey, taking it all the way to the front. Lowmeyer leads, and there's Robertson mired back in a hell of a lot of traffic.
Yeah, there's a lot of traffic back there, and but I think he's being patient. The only thing I think would kill him, honestly, would be a long green flag run, because he's going to get back here and they're going to get far away from him, and that could end up being a problem for him. But if there's a caution in the first 30 laps or so, 25 laps, I think he'll be fine. I really do.
Check out Austin Cornpros back here in this mix as well. 95 tried to slide up here. He already lost 2 spots. And right here, Jim, this is what I was talking about.
Ooh.
This is that super speedway effect with all these drivers literally smack dab into the draft. You just can't get out of it. The only way you can get out of it is lift and just let everybody go. But, I mean, that's just the nature of what's here in Vegas. Give them 10 more laps, you'll start to see people start to separate out a little bit.
Oh, yeah, and they'll start working the whole track, too, as those tires fade off. As you're already starting to see, look at BJ up there. He's running that way he ran that high line through, I guess that was 3 and 4 there. Or, no, that was 1 and 2. So, yeah, he's already was liking that high line through 1 and 2. So, I think you're going to see more of that as these tires fall off. Let me go we'll jump right here. Okay. So that is the Rusty. We've been waiting on from the Buchanan Resort. That's I hope I'm saying that right. I don't know if it's Buchanan. We're gonna get the answer to that real soon. But he's up there running strong. I don't know why they wanted him to come back. He looks fast.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. And by the way, anybody out there in the live chat, let us know if we're pronouncing that right, if it's Buchanan, or whatever. They can mark it out in syllables.
Yes.
You can mark it out in syllables. Well, you can do whatever you got to do.
For me, I'm kind of slow. It's kind of like with math. If I got to do math, I got to take my shoes and socks off to get past 10. It's bad,
No, I mean, we're rednecks, but we can read syllables. We're not that illiterate. We can be able to pull that off.
I'm all right with syllables. I can do a syllable or two. I was just not a really big word.
Well, how else you gonna be able to try to pronounce the damn thing?
That's right.
Lohmeyer, Castanave up here. They lead this bad boy. Oh, baby, here we go. Good stuff right here, side by side, door to door. Borden, right behind him. There's Rusty Robinson. And like I mentioned a second ago, James Borden. We talked about him a minute ago. We talked about how he was in the points up a whole bunch. Literally the biggest mover in the points last week. What a race this would be for him, just to ride that momentum and try to make something happen. BJ lane to third right there in behind him as well. Eminem's Eminem's Halloween colors. Getting ready for Thanksgiving. At least they may be Halloween, they may be Thanksgiving colors. I'm not 100% sure. But the battle up front is still wearing down with Lohmeyer and Castanave. Then you got Borden, Robinson, BJ lane to third, top five, all of them throw a blanket over them.
Yeah, look who Borden's got on the hood of his truck. A Sting.
The Sting?
Yeah, Sting.
Damn.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, he's got him down the side and everything. Let's see if I can get a camera angle down the side of this thing. Where's Rusty at? Go to Rusty's roof cam there and see. Now Rusty's gonna pass him just so I can't see. Let's see how it is, Rusty. Oh, look at there. Got WCW
he's got his walker with him.
Look at that.
You didn't get that, did you?
No, I didn't. What'd you say?
He's got his walker with him.
Oh.
Hell, it was 25 years ago, Jim. I'm not saying anything bad about Sting, but damn.
Well, I saw, he's come back with that white goatee and all, now.
Yeah.
And he even looks old under the makeup. So, and let's be realistic. If you looked at Kiss, they didn't even look that old under the makeup. So Sting must really be aging pretty bad, because he looked old under that makeup when I saw him the other day.
Well, the road will wear on you as far as the wrestling and everything. If you haven't yet, listen. Yeah. If you haven't yet, make sure you watch some of the documentaries that they got on wrestling. You'll learn real quick about that road.
Did you watch the Dale Jr. podcast with Stone Cold on there?
I did.
I thought that was really good too. Yeah, it was good.
It was very good.
Stone Cold. Whether you liked him or not as a wrestler, he's just a cool dude.
Loved him to death.
He's just a cool dude. He's real. You know what I mean? Like there wasn't none of that. It wasn't none of that fake. He was just, he just found his little niche, and he was great. I thought he was great on that podcast. Junior had a good time with him, hearing all the stories and stuff. You could tell Junior. You hear Junior say, he goes, "I wasn't allowed to watch wrestling at home. Made me too hyper." His daddy wouldn't let him watch wrestling because he'd get crazy and start running around the house.
I can see that, really, because when I was a kid, granted, folks, I know, you throw a blanket over the top 12, you see them right there drafted and everything, and I know we may be getting off topic just a little bit, but, when I was little, my dad would let me watch a little bit of wrestling. I'd get intrigued by wrestling and everything, and I enjoyed it myself. But at the same time, it might get a little bit violent or whatever. So I always had to go to bed at 10 o'clock. I never could stay up that extra hour to watch what happened at Raw, so I'd have to ask Dad and everything else. Anyway, that's beside the point. May talk about it later on down the road or something like that. Here we go. Alan Moore up here trying to mix it up. Culliston right there with him. Corn Prost right there stuck in the middle of all that as well. Here comes Borden. The battle for the lead has shrunk down a little bit, if you will. Lohmeyer got in front of Castanave.
Look who's in
BJ
seventh.
Lane to third, trying to hold on to third. And I'm telling you right now, Borden is wanting that spot big time. There's Ron Robertson, 3 wide right there in front of him. Robinson stuck in the middle. Robeson stuck in the middle, rather. Now Robeson may go 3 wide again with Moore up top. Damn, we're right there at that point, Jim.
Yeah.
Watch out for this tire wear and how it's going to affect everybody.
Well, you can already see them. They're starting to move around. They're you can see the truck slipping a little bit here and there. Looks like right there. You can see it. It's coming. what did in our broadcaster notes? My memory's so bad. Let me go see. What did they tell us this week? Tire wear was going to be brutal at what? Well, I don't know.
Give or take around 30. That's what they were saying. I was thinking it was going to be a little bit shorter than that because the races that I've ran here at Vegas, it always got around to 15, maybe 20. You got to around 15 to 20. God help you at that point. You're just riding and praying, by God.
You're talking about a guy who's a pretty conservative driver in BJ, right? I mean, he's pretty conservative. And he, at 30 laps, when he pitted, his right rear was at 57 and his right front was at 69. So that's pretty bad. Especially for a guy who's a relatively conservative driver. I would not think that he's tough on tires the way he drives. We've seen enough of him to know that he's not. He just doesn't seem like the kind of guy that's going to grind tires off a truck. Like a Lohmeyer. Lohmeyer is an aggressive driver. Robinson is an aggressive driver. Kornprost is a pretty aggressive. Whoa, there's some action right there. Somebody just got into. That's Borden that got into the wall. He got hit by. I'm not sure who bumped him, but oh no!
Oh damn!
Bud Light Mike! My God, he must have been cracking a can or something. We still don't have a caution though.
Damn it! I meant to send him a message last week or just this past week. I meant to send him a message and tell him go to Michelob's. Maybe it would help him out a little bit. Man, golly!
You don't switch beers when your name is Bud Light Mike. Yeah, and the worst part is both of them are in trouble. Borden's got a meatball flag, so he's in trouble. And Bud Light Mike had to pit as well. And we've got now there's a caution. Oh no, we done had a big incident. What in the world has done happened here? These tires have given out now.
See what happens. BJ laid the third. He
got into Ryan.
Martin gets into him.
No, who's that he got into? Benny Jones? Yeah, Jones, huh? 20, yeah. He got into Jones. So BJ, it looks like maybe Jones had a little slip or something and lifted and oh no, who was that got into him? That wasn't BJ.
That's William Martin in the Georgia truck.
Oh, well, where was all right, I got to watch one more time. I'm so slow, especially when they change schemes on me. So it was BJ that got rear-ended by the Georgia truck. That's just like a Georgia fan, though. I sorry, couldn't help myself. Okay, so all right, so okay, so the 20 wasn't really involved. He just slowed up to avoid it. So it was BJ that must got a little loose or something, and that old Georgia Bulldog got into the back of him there and caused a little incident. Well, I'm going to go ahead and take a wild stab in the dark here and say that every truck on the track is coming into pit road.
I would think so, yeah. I mean, nobody's going to stay out right here at this point. Nobody wants to take that opportunity to stay out there.
Why don't we take a pit stop while they do?
Yeah, let's do that. That way it gives me time to get another Michelob, not Bud Light, but I'll get a Michelob while I'm at it. Folks, you're watching HRT2Heart Motorsports Truck Series Racing from Vegas. Chasing Muscle Car 75 on MotorMouth Broadcasting. Stay with us.
Hi, I'm Aaron Lane from Bass Tire.
Hi, I'm Steve Bass. We're here at the legendary Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. Good tires and brakes are important on this race car, and so are the tires and brakes on your vehicle.
For the very best in tires, brakes, and auto service, come make a pit stop at Bass Tire.
Serving Nashville for over 35 years.
On Nolensville Road, next to the zoo.
All right, we're back.
And we are back here at Viva Las Vegas. Getting ready for a restart here for the Chasing Muscle Car 75. Redneck National Jake Reeves, Jim Cunningham alongside MotorMouth Broadcasting, Heart to Heart Motorsports Truck Series. Love every bit of what we are seeing here tonight. And we will see what happens on this restart. Remember, Scott Castanave, he was the pole sitter. And he's sitting in P1. Lohmeyer started second. Lohmeyer got around him, and then they kind of flip-flopped for a little bit. Then you have B.J. Lane, the third up there, trying to mix it up. He ended up having a bad spot out of it. Damn near everybody went for 4 tires.
Yeah,
there might have been
everybody.
somebody that said piss on it. We're going to take gas one way or another. But here we go, getting ready for a restart. And ladies and gentlemen, whatever device you're listening on, if it's on a gaming monitor, a TV, an iPad, a tablet, a hell of a phone, whatever, crank it up for us as loud as that speaker will go. 2 laps here with the Heart to Heart Motorsports Truck Series. Crank it up, y'all. Most beautiful sound to a truck redneck. I'm telling you right now, engines flying by at literally over 170 miles an hour on a mile and a halfer here at Las Vegas, and they are ripping it all the way around this bad boy. Cassidy still with the lead. Lohmeyer actually got kicked back a spot.
He's
in a bad little spot right now. Culliford up here for second.
Did you see somebody going across the infield when we were watching that? I'm pretty sure.
I was in a daze with the sound.
I knew you were. I should have never sold you that secret. We got 3 wide right here everywhere. Folks, just for the record, Jake has been broadcasting without sound in his ear. That's very common with broadcasters. Personally, I can't do it. I need to hear the trucks in my ear to make me feel like I'm at the track. And so Friday night, I gave Jake some sound in his ear for the first time, and he loved it. And so now when we crank it up, he really does crank it up. But I'm going to go back here. Let's look here. I believe it was Brandon Ressler here. Let's see what happened. Now, this was during the crank it up. Oh, hang on to it. Oh, he was. Okay, so he was going across the infield.
Still able to save it and not drive it right back up on the racetrack, though. I mean,
and then he lost it when he lost it when he hit the asphalt there. Now he's on pit road. Now he's got to be careful he doesn't speed down pit road because then they'll get him for that. He actually did a pretty good job there considering. I mean, he's messed up. He's in a bad spot now because he's, obviously at least I would think a lap down at this point or close to it. But he did a good job there. Not he could have easily got black flagged and got a stop and go and for speeding on pit road. It could have been a bunch of things happened to him there. All right.
It'd been bad for him, but check out who's leading this damn thing. Good God Almighty! No! Castanave going around, hit the wall. No caution, though. What a save by Scott Cassidy in 03.
Yeah,
Good
but I
God
got a
Almighty, that could have been a caution, but
he probably wishes it was a caution at this point.
Yeah, I think I don't know if he done that one to himself, if he came down and it wasn't clear.
No, I think he got loose. I'm not 100% sure. Man, he don't even show it on the incident thing. All right, I'm going to have to go find it. Let's see. This could be completely dead wrong. I have no idea where this is going to be at, just so you know. See, I think he's just up there in the back end, steps out on it right. I think it's coming up here pretty soon.
Yeah, I believe it was in 3 and 4. I believe it's coming up right here. He's side by side with Andrew Lohmeyer.
Oh, they do touch.
No, Lohmeyer come up and got him.
Yeah, they do touch. All right, so then it's going to be
that cold hell. He come up and got him.
He did come up and get him. So it's going to be right here. We're not going to be able to see it from this angle worth of crap. Let's go to the chopper. Well, did he come up or did Castanave come down? I'm going to look at it one more time, folks. I'm sorry. I know we got green flag action going.
Yeah, but there's possible beef right here.
Oh, no.
There could be beef.
Well, they all good friends in this league. They'll just disappear from the league if there's beef. I don't know. I'm gonna have to hear that from the boys. I'm not sure. I mean, that almost looks like it could go either way. But I got a feeling Scott's in trouble. That truck is probably, not in the best of shape. Let's go take a look at his steering wheel real quick.
I think his wheel's fine, honestly. I think he just smoked tires, if anything.
Yeah,
caution.
Oh, really? Wonder what did that. Oh, William Martin. That was on board. That was actually kind of cool. All right, let's go see what happened to William Martin here. Oh, he's already spinning. All right, let's jump back a little bit here.
He knocked the wall down, too.
Well, that's, that's them old boys from Georgia. Oh,
wait a minute.
Yeah, you figured that out, huh? It took you a while. I was waiting for you to get that, and you didn't say anything.
Oh, that joke. No, that wasn't the joke I was getting at. I was talking about how he spun.
Oh, all right. Well, let's see from on board what happened here. I think he just got loose and lost it.
Let's look at this.
Yeah, well. Yeah, he just wiggled coming off, and that was it. That's all it was. He wiggled coming off, and it stepped out on him. It's easy to do. I mean, the thing is, he didn't overreact either. He didn't freak out and start flipping the wheel around either. He did a good job. Of trying.
Did a very good job.
Well, of knocking down the wall. I figured that's about where you were going.
No. I mean, it could have been a whole lot worse. Which it is about as worse as you can get because it sounded like he blew the damn engines. What it sounded like, but
we saw one of them.
Unfortunate for William Martin.
I tell you what, I have to say, short of somebody short shifting and blowing the motor up, Friday night was the first time that I had ever seen anybody running in a draft and blow one up from the temperature from running in the draft. That was Friday night.
I've seen that numerous times.
Yeah, that was the first time I've seen that in a broadcast. I've seen it in races before, but as far as broadcasting goes, that was crazy, man. Just right there in the middle of the draft, just all of a sudden, boom, scattered that motor.
Scattered, smothered, and covered. I'm telling you right now, that's exactly what happened with that.
That was just like some Waffle House hash browns. Scattered, smothered, and covered.
Yeah, I already screwed up. Now I'm wanting to go to Waffle House.
I know, right?
Did they DoorDash? I think they DoorDash.
They probably
end up getting Waffle House.
They probably do DoorDash.
As soon as I say that, my wife's going to come around the corner. DoorDash Waffle House? Are you serious?
You're right. Oh, man.
Kidding. Everybody kidding.
They're not a sponsor,
Speaking of which,
but if they'd like to be.
Here she is.
Oh, no.
But yeah, here she is. Hey, DoorDash Waffle House.
Scattered, smothered, and covered, baby.
No kidding.
Have you ever? Well, I'm not even going to get into that. Never mind. I get off on one of them stupid side things I get off on because
No. I am very interested now. What's up?
Have you ever seen how the Waffle House cooks keep all that stuff organized? Have you ever wondered about that when the place is full and they get everybody's order right? You ever wonder how they do that? So it's not memory. They got this system where they put a plate and then they put like a ketchup pack or a mustard pack in a certain place, and it tells them this or that, and there's a whole system to it with packs of like 2 packs of mustard on the plate or one on each side tells them one thing, and they got a whole system for it. So literally one guy could be cooking and another guy could just walk over there and start cooking, and they would know still get everything right because they got this little system. I saw it on some show, and it was I was fascinated by it because I've always wondered how, I'm a reasonably intelligent guy, and I can't remember my own order, much less 30 of them at one time. I always wondered how they did that, and then I found out.
I never thought about it.
Not
once.
Well, I guess I did.
I just always wondered. I was always just curious why the hell Waffle House is always packed at 9 o'clock in the morning on Sunday mornings.
That's just
ain't people supposed to be going to church?
Well,
maybe they go early, get a biscuit, and then there you go.
Maybe they go early, or maybe they go after. Maybe they catch that 11 o'clock church.
Could be everybody's hungover from the night before, and the only way to sober up is get scattered, smothered, and covered, and maybe that'll get drained out of your system one way or another.
That will get it out of your system.
It very much will. Hot bowl of chili will too. I've done it. Ronald Robertson up here at the front. Corn Prost right behind him. Robertson up 12 spots. Remember, he started at the back, sitting second in the points coming into the night. He's up here leading this thing. He was able to make it happen. He is, matter of fact, the biggest mover in the field.
Oh, no, there goes the 50.
Ron was one of the biggest movers. Now he is not. He spins. Caution is out. Oh, baby. And Bud Light Mike, he's up 4 spots. How about that? Good run for old Bud Light Mike. He may get him a top 10 out of this thing. And Corn Pro, something happened to the 95. What happened to Austin Corn Pros?
Oh, no, he tore it up, too. Did somebody run over him?
Yes.
Oh, who was that?
Andrew Lohmeyer just absolutely cleaned him out.
No, was it? It was Lohmeyer. Oh, I guess Lohmeyer didn't see the caution.
Oh, my.
Wow. All right, so let's do this. Right.
And the famous words, I don't even know if this will fit, but this is the first thing I thought of. And the famous words of Diamond Rio, oh my, sweet baby said goodbye. That's exactly what happened. Sent him and goodbye goes Austin Corn Pros.
All right, so look, let's see. All right, I'm going to, it's not going to do it. Okay. Well, maybe, let's see. I don't know. I was going to try to do something. You know how I am. I'm terrible at this. All right. What I really want to do is I wanted to see from
if the caution lights come on. Yes, lights was on. And I think Lohmeyer did. Damn, knocked the whole left front off of it.
Where's Lohmeyer?
And blew the engine at that.
Oh man, he tore it up good. But he wasn't involved in anything earlier, was he? No.
Oh my.
Oh, he's already by it here. Let's see. Probably not going to let me do this. Well, maybe it will. So, still green there on that light. That caution light was on. Yep. I guess he just didn't see it or didn't get it woed up in time. I mean, that's clearly a penalty. I think in the big picture, I don't see how you don't penalize that. I mean, it may have been an accident, but still, that's brutal. And Corn Prost, we do not have. We do not have fast repairs here, or do we have one? I don't know. I do so many different series. It's so hard for me to remember. Do we have a fast repair? We do, right?
I believe we do. I believe they got one, if I'm not mistaken. I believe that they have one. I'll double check on that and see what we got here. Yes, one fast repair.
Well,
three sets of tires.
So look,
here's the bad part.
He's not using it though.
Yeah, well, Corn Prost has to because he had to tow. If you tow, remember, Jim, if you tow, it's going to take you about 2 or 3 minutes.
Right.
You got to sit there and wait it out.
Right.
And that is going to hurt Austin Corn Prost out of this whole
thing. That's brutal. Because not only is he going to lose his fast repair, he had to tow, so it's going to put him at least 1 lap down, probably more, which is going to be hard to recover from because you got 2 other guys that are at are they? How many laps down are they? Oh, they're 2 laps down. Oh, okay. So in theory, he could get himself into the lucky dog spot here. We'll see when he comes out. He's still in pit road, so I don't know that he's towed in or not yet. I don't really know what that was. Let's see if I can get rid of that. Yeah, I don't know. That's tough, man. That's tough on Corn Pros too, man. Guys all up in the championship hunt. I mean, Lohmeyer's a good dude. I've talked to him in the in the chat and stuff in the Discord. He's a good guy. No doubt in my mind there was no intention in that, obviously. But boy, I tell you, he's got to feel bad.
Yeah, I mean, I think so too. I mean, certainly, I don't think there was anything intentional out of it. No. But I'm sure Corn Prost doesn't really care if it was intentional or not. I'm sure he's going to be pretty PO'd about the whole deal. I would be.
Okay, so he is on the same lap as the other 2 cars that are off the lead lap. So it's Borden, Martin, and him, and they're all on the same lap. So in theory, if he gets ahead of those 2, which he should, I mean, he's one of the fastest guys in the field. So in theory, he could, if the cautions fall right, get his lap back. But he needs some help now. He needs some caution flags.
Yeah, he needs a whole lot of caution flags. Try to pull that 95 back up into this. And speaking of which, he's already shot himself straight into the lucky dog spot in 13th.
Yeah.
He is leading all the lap down trucks. So that's going to help him out. Borden went down pit road. But here we go. Robertson still with the lead. Rusty Robinson up here trying to mix it up. There's Corn Prost working his way around Perone. And think about it like this.
He could drive his way back to the...
Somehow or another, if he could go and get 1 lap down, if he could drive back up through here, get back past Robertson, and somehow or another go 1 lap down and a caution come out, bam, he'll make up his 2 laps just like that right there and get himself right back in the spot.
There's not many guys in this field that I would say would be capable of doing that, but I believe that he is one that would potentially be capable of doing that. It's still going to be a long, tall order for sure. But I do believe if anybody could do it, I think it could be him.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, in all seriousness, I do believe that Austin Corn Prost could be that one driver to be able to try to make that happen one way or another.
I agree.
There we see Lohmeyer. Woo, baby, 9 more. Tried to shove it in there. Lohmeyer kind of threw cut the nose off a little bit. 5 of Robinson right there as well. This is the battle for second. Now battle for third as Lohmeyer gets by. He will go to the second spot. Robinson and Marr, they'll go for third. Collison right behind him, up 4 spots. Marr up 4 spots as well. All this going on inside of the top 5 as Robertson leads it. Lohmeyer trying to have a shot, try to go after Robertson. We got Robinson, we got Robertson, we got all these names out here. It kind of throws you off a little bit. Riding on board with Alan Marr up on the top side with Collison on the bottom.
It's a, what do you call it? Oh, my gosh. it's a vocabulary. That's not the right word. I was going to say it was like a vocal test, but I can't remember the right word down because I'm trying to think of it. But yeah, we got Robinson and Robertson. That's going to be tough. We got Rusty.
Yeah,
we got Rusty and Ron. We got Rusty and Ron. I tell you what, though, I have to say, this is our first time seeing Rusty. He's run up front all night. He seems to run really clean so far. Pretty impressive, I have to say, really. Speaking of impressive, there's old Scott Casanave over there. Seems to have recovered from his little incident he had earlier, and he's got that truck back working again. Did he spend any time getting it worked on, or did he just use a fast repair?
I don't even think he used a fast repair, to be honest with you. I don't think he did. I think he just smoked the tires. I don't even think he hit the wall when he spun.
No? He might not have.
One way or another, that 03 is locked and loaded and ready to rock and roll. Down on the inside. Remember, they can go down below the white line. They can hit the apron.
Yes.
All the way around this racetrack. They can go wherever they want to make the pass. It ain't like Daytona or Talladega. But, like you said, Jim, but Jim?
If they come back up on the track, you do not have to give them room. So,
exactly.
So
yes,
if they, if they come back on the track and hit you, it's automatically going to be their fault no matter what, if you're above the line and they're below it, because you do not have to give them any space if they are below the line. So, but I tell you what I have found interesting. One of two things is happening here. Corn Pros has decided to not push it, and he's just going to stay in that lucky dog spot and wait on it to happen, or he ain't got the truck to come all the way from the back to the front, which, again, that's a tall order for sure. But look at this right here.
Scott Castanave right back up into this mix. Remember the pole sitter.
Lohmeyer's
right behind Robertson.
Stretching it out on the outside out there. Lohmeyer's done found some pace on the outside. He might have rubbed some of that fast off of Corn Pro's truck onto his.
May have one way or another. I mean, Lohmeyer started on the outside of the front row. That was wrong a little bit. Maybe not. I'm not sure.
No, it was wrong. That's all right. That's who I am. So, it's all in good fun. They know it. No, he's fast. Obviously, he's fast. Like you said, started on the outside of the front row. He's quick. But he seems to have it working up there right now. How old are these tires at this point? Oh, they're going to make me do math.
Let's see. They started, everybody pitted on lap 37.
Yeah. And we're on lap 55. So these tires are almost 20 laps old at this point. But some of those have been under caution. So, I guess that's about the time that they start to open up and that you can start working that outside groove. But I think if somebody's been saving their tires, they can still take it to the bottom and be really quick. That we're in that kind of no man's land, so to speak. Look at Lohmeyer down there. He took it all the way down on the apron there. Do you do that at a mile and a half? Do you cut across like that start-finish line? I don't do it.
I mean, well, there's drivers that will elect to go down there. I do sometimes. It just depends. But sometimes it works. Sometimes it just does not pay off.
No, it upsets the truck for sure. But
you think in other tracks. You think in other tracks, like some drivers. I've seen other drivers, like say at Nashville Super Speedway. Yeah. They want to take it all the way down to the apron.
Somebody
What's the point?
Got the wall there.
What's the point? You can't go down there. But some take it down to the apron. Some choose not to.
I don't.
I do at certain tracks. It just depends on that, but it's like you said, you run that risk of when you go down to the apron and you try to slide back up, you still run that risk of somebody not letting you up because they don't have to.
That's true. And for me, if it's an open setup race, I run a loose race car anyway. So Cause yeah, so that to me, you can't upset the balance of the car like that. Because if you unload that rear end on a loose race car, it's coming around. So and my natural tendency is I hate a tight race car. Cannot stand to drive a tight race car. So for me, I run them loose anyway if it's open setup. So I don't want no part of that apron. Oh, there was some action right there. Rusty got into Bobby Joe. I believe that was Bobby Joe. That was Bobby Joe.
Robinson, who was up at the front, we were talking so good about.
Yeah.
Making contact. Bobby Joe making contact.
Oh, we got pieces and parts. What's going on now?
And we got parts flying off up here. Andrew Lohmeyer in the 31 dropping spots as well.
Uh-oh.
We were talking about Bobby Joe and Rusty Robinson.
This is not, I don't think this is where the. Oh, they're all over the place up there. What's going on? Is that? All right, let's see. Did something happen with Lohmeyer?
I think it did because I watched Lohmeyer drop a bunch of spots.
All right, here we go.
Let's see what happens with Lohmeyer.
All right. Oh,
no. Robertson tries to come down, clears himself.
My God.
Oh, damn. Robertson.
So Casanave and Robinson got together, and then Robertson went up the track and got into Lohmeyer.
Oh, baby.
That's front of the race beef. That's oh my goodness. Let's see what happened here.
Good possibility, maybe for the second time here this evening.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna tell you what. Robinson came down on him.
Oh yeah.
Clearly, because if you watch, I don't think Casanave's steering wheel moved, man. Look,
I don't think it did, to be honest.
Look, he's staying down, and he just tried to drive through it, which he did. Yeah.
Did he get tied though? Did Scott get tied?
I don't think so. We're gonna see though. Hold on, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna go and do this with Robertson. Now, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna go inside with Robertson this time, and we're gonna see what happened here.
He was coming down the track too. I think they both met in the middle, honestly.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, you know what? Let's do this. Let's go on board with where.
You're getting excited.
Well,
You're getting excited.
Well,
like,
I like to see what's happened. I want to see what happened. Let's go on board with Lohmeyer here, and we're going to go to his roof cam, and we're going to be able to see what happened right here.
Let's see.
Oh, no, man. Robinson came down the track there. You're not agreeing with me, so.
Yeah, Robertson come down. I'll go with you on that one. Yeah, Robertson comes straight down the track, and it is game over at that point.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't know.
Maybe Scott got a little tight. Maybe he did. Maybe he didn't.
I don't know. I didn't see him come up off that line, though, man. I really didn't. I don't know, man. That's a tough incident too, because that's three of the fastest trucks in the race right there that just got some action, and it looks like old Cornprost got one of his laps back. He hasn't yet, huh? He should though.
He did. One lap down right now is where he sits.
Yeah, but William Martin is also one lap down. That shouldn't be the case because they were all the same amount of laps down. I'm confused. Well, either way, he's still the quickest of the lap down trucks. He's going to, one more caution, he's going to be back on the lead lap, right? No, he's still 2 laps down, right? No, he's.
Cornprost 1 lap down.
See, well, your timing scoring is different than mine. Mine doesn't tell me that, actually. Yeah, Scott didn't move. I agree. I don't think Scott moved either. Who's that? Oh, it's Steve Harrison. Okay. Yeah.
One thing's for sure. I got a feeling we're probably going to see a couple more before this thing's all said and done.
We need to be reading comments. We should. There's good stuff in here. Apparently,
what do we got?
Bobby Joe's driving with a fever tonight. I was wondering, he did seem to be a little off the pace, I mean, just not his normal self. That makes sense. And then we got Steve Harrison said that he agrees with us that Scott didn't move. He said Robertson came down for sure. Actually, they're commenting away out there. We need to be paying attention to that. I get carried away sometimes with watching the cameras and stuff, and I don't look up at the chat near as much as I should. Well, because I'm trying to watch to figure out where to put the cameras, and sometimes I just I forget to look up.
You got a whole lot going on.
Well, I mean, I got time to look up there. I just don't remember to. It's But when we got active chat like that, I like to participate. Oh, Harrison's going to be running with us next Sunday. Good. Yes. We need a few more trucks, man. If we get this thing up to 20 trucks or something like that, all good quality drivers, man, this would be fantastic. I'd really love to see that. So everybody did not pit. So we got 2 guys up front, Wrestler and Ryan. I don't know why they wouldn't have pitted now. Why would you stay out there with 20-plus lap old tires at Vegas? That sounds like a recipe to wreck the field or go straight to the back.
You got to chance it, baby. Got to take gambles.
Well, there we go. We are in Vegas, and we crossed the start-finish line. There's dice there for a reason.
Absolutely. Folks, if you haven't yet, make sure you like and subscribe to MotorMouth Broadcasting. Keep up with everything going on with the HRT2Heart Motorsports Truck Series. So we got 11 to go at the line. And Ryan Perrone,
he gone.
Good God almighty, what a restart. Half a second jump over
He's
Scott
gone.
Cassidy. Remember, 42 was last time he pitted.
Yeah.
Brandon Wrestler pitted on lap 37. Everybody else was on 61. So everybody got a little tire advantage over against these old boys. And I think Perrone actually jumped it a little bit.
Oh, yeah, I do too.
He went as early as he could. I mean, I'm sure he went in the box, but he's trying to get away as fast as he can. And it's going to end up, I mean, he got there for a second. He's going to lead this lap, but he probably ain't going to lead the damn next one. Here comes Scott Cassidy. 03 to the outside. Lohmeyer. Andrew Lohmeyer still up into this mix. And Robertson up here in the mix as well. Here comes Cassidy around the outside, 10 to go.
Oh, God. Look at that the 20 truck coming down on the bottom down there? Or no, that's BJ down there. I thought BJ was fixing to sling it down on the bottom. I tell you what, you got to watch. No offense to Ryan, man, but you got guys got 20 lap. Oh, that's what I thought was going to happen. That's what I was literally going to say. He's stuck in the middle, 3 wide with 20-plus lap old tires. Man, I knew that was coming. God, I was literally saying it when it happened. I knew that was going to happen, man. Golly.
Thanks, Andrew Lohmeyer and other drivers.
Look,
3 wide,
I knew it was going to happen, man.
Yeah, but he got sandwiched.
Yeah, but
bad,
he was.
I mean, granted, he was on old tires.
But he was going back and forth, man. I mean, and yes, they went around him and put him in the middle 3 wide. Granted, I 100% agree with that. But that's the problem when you stay out at a place like this, man. Them tires can't hold up, and those guys are coming around you, and that's tough, man. Yeah, well, Harrison said, go big or go home. Yeah, well, unfortunately, he's going to be loading that one on the hauler. Man, all right, one more look at it here. We're going to go from the chopper this time. Oh, let me back. That didn't go far enough back.
Some hard hits.
See, he wiggled right there and got into Lohmeyer, and then that kind of started the whole thing. Like he wiggled and bumped Lohmeyer, and then that kind of bounced him off. And I get it. I get gambling, and look, and I'm not trying to criticize anybody. I've made more mistakes than any and everybody on this track, probably all combined. I am certainly no, great driver or anything, but it just doesn't take a genius to figure out that 20 lap old tires at a place where they're worn out at 20 is not going to work. and you got the whole field of faster guys than you to start with, and they're all on fresh tires. That's a recipe for disaster. I just don't understand the thought process of what did you think was going to happen when you stayed out there? Did you think that somehow or another you were going to lead a couple of laps? I mean, because you're not going to win the race from there. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
And this soapbox session by Jim Cunningham brought to you by MotorMouth Broadcasting.
I'm trying to be real.
Like and subscribe.
I'm trying to be real. I'm not being hard on the dude. I've made way bigger mistakes than that. Way bigger. I would love to know the thought process that went into that right there. Just what made him stay out? Like what did he think was going to happen? Because I don't see any way, if you look at it and think about it, that you're going to stay up front with 20-lap older tires at Vegas, especially with a field full of guys who are faster than you behind you with fresh tires. No offense. I don't mean to insult anybody or anything like that. I don't know. And I got a feeling we lost some good guys in that. Like Lohmeyer, I think, I think his situation is he's probably
unfixable, probably.
Well, I think he's already used his fast repair. So he's in a spot, and we had numerous guys caught up in that. I don't even know all the guys that were caught up in that. Let's see if there's any sign of repairs here. We're going back green, so I got a second. Let me see. Recent repairs. Not really too much. These are all older stuff. I guess maybe some of those guys had fast repairs or the damage wasn't too bad or whatever. Like I said, I don't mean to be ripping on the dude. I have nothing against him. I just I don't know. I just questioned it from the start.
All righty then. 5 to go here in the Chasing Muscle Car 75.
Glad it wasn't one of the BJ or Bobby Joe or one of them. I'd be getting fired about right now. They'd be calling me up telling me to go home.
No, I doubt it. Probably, maybe I don't know.
Maybe.
We'll see what happens right here. Caution comes out. If there's a caution that comes out, all score pros get back on the lead lap. There ain't no telling how the hell that may end up working out. We'll see what happens right here. But coming back for the restart with 5 laps to go, Cassidy. Robertson, not a good jump. BJ Lane, the third, got a little bit of a good jump as well up there in the second spot. Bobby Joe trying to make it happen on the bottom side. Robinson up top. Scott Cassidy, who got sideways a while ago, able to straighten it back out. He is back up there leading this bad boy. BJ Lane, the third, trying to give chase.
Yeah, I tell you what, man, I could see BJ getting pushed by Bobby Joe to the win here, possibly. I know they're not really teammates, and Cassidy is BJ's teammate, but with that being said, Bobby Joe's going to go for the lead. I mean, he's up here with 5 to go. He's going for the lead. What am I thinking?
Bobby Joe trying to go for it.
He's like, see you later, BJ.
See you later, alligator. In a wild crocodile, by God. Scott Cassidy trying to hold on, and Bobby Joe trying to go for it. Right up on his tailgate. BJ Lane the third holding off. He's trying to hold off Alan Marr. Coming this time, 3 laps to go. Cassidy on the bottom in the cellar. Bobby Joe up top side, high side, Tickler line, trying to go for the lead at 1 and 2, 3 to go coming off turn 2.
Man alive. We've seen these two battling before, and of course they good friends, and all these guys are good friends, but these two especially, they put in a lot of laps together.
And I'll say this, me and you, we were talking before this race with 2 laps to go. Are we going to see anything like we saw this past Friday night?
We might.
We've
had several of those here in this league already. Out of the 4 races, we've had at least 2 of those kind of finishes already.
Yeah, we had a 4-wide finish Friday night. Me and you called it with Nazareth. There is no telling what's fixing to happen here tonight at Vegas. White flag coming, bell lap.
This is it, baby.
Alomar with Bobby Joe. There's BJ Lane III trying to hold down as well. Cassidy still with the lead. If anybody can get to the top side, try to get a run. Cassidy may be in trouble. Here comes Marr.
So.
Takes a shot. Looks low, looks bottom, looks top, trying to find a way. Anyway, shape faster form. Marr on his tailgate may send him going into 3. It is not going to be enough unless he gets a hell of a run. Scott's got this bad boy in the bag. Off 4, Scott Cassidy. The point leader is going to leave with the point lead tonight, and he's going to leave with the win here tonight. He takes all the chips and the all-in at the end. Scott Cassidy with the win. Alan Marr, BJ Lane III, the top 3 with Bobby Joe and Dan Cullison, the top 5 here tonight. Good God almighty, what a finish it makes.
That is a good finish for Cullison. You know, we were talking about him before the race with his point situation. That's good. That's good finish for him. Really good. And BJ, also we were talking about him needing to get, maybe get a win, but he did get that. That third place finish and making them points up. All right, where's Scott? Let's see. He's fixing to burn them up here, I'm sure.
Burn them, baby. Burn them. Burn them up like an oven roasting turkey that you got to have for Thursday, baby. Burn that sucker down. Yes, sir. Burning it down, Scott Cassidy.
Hey, he must love a smoked turkey.
Second win of the season. Yes, sir. Smoking them tires all over the front stretch here at Las Vegas. Virtual Las Vegas. Second win on the season. We talked about the points earlier. He is certainly going to be in
he's in good shape.
Prime position getting the win. Yeah, he's going to be in good shape on that. Just got to keep the momentum and just carry it on for the rest of the season.
Oh, there you go.
Robertson, who finished in 6th, here we go. Going to put it over there in the grass and try to mix up the grass with the asphalt a little bit, mix it up a little bit one way or another, but
and somebody we ain't even talked about tonight really very much at all is Alan Marr.
Yep.
Great second place finish. Needed that for sure, to help his point situation, and all of that. And strong finish from him. And we literally have not talked about him that much this evening at all. A couple times. Let's get a look at these race results real quick. Let's see.
Let's see what we got right here with your race results here tonight. For obviously the Chasing Muscle Cars 75, Scott Cassidy with the win. Alan Marr, BJ Lane the third, top 3. We'll talk to those drivers here in just a little bit with Bobby Joe, Bobby Lane Jr. coming home in 4th, and Ronald Robertson second in the points tonight. See how it turns out. We'll see where he ends up finishing off. He finishes in the 5th spot here this evening. Rusty Robinson will finish in 6th with Bud Light Mike. Hell yeah. Got him a 7th here tonight. Got to give some love to old Bud Light Mike. Remember, he had that incident earlier on. He still comes out of this bad boy with a top 10, comes home 7th. It's a good drive for him. Brandon Ressler, we saw his issues. He comes back with 8th. Benny Jones 9th. And Ryan Perrone, gamble wasn't able to pay off. He still ends up getting the top 10. Last driver to finish on the lead lap. Rest of these drivers 1 lap down or more. You got Austin Kornprost, Dan Cullison, James Borden, William Martin, and Andrew Lohmeyer. Lohmeyer, one of the faster drivers here this evening.
Kornprost too.
Coming home in 15th. Kornprost as well. Drivers that was real fast, had a shot to win it, and they finish in the back half of the field. Well, folks, we're going to go round up those podium finishers. Come on back to Vegas and give you our final race analysis. Get you ready for next week. Get you ready for that Turkey Thursday. Don't go anywhere. MotorMouth Broadcasting with the HRT2Heart Motorsports Truck Series coming back at you.
Aaron Lane from Bass Tire.
Hi, I'm Steve Bass. We're here at the legendary Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. Good tires and brakes are important on this race car, and so are the tires and brakes on your vehicle.
For the very best in tires, brakes, and auto service, come make a pit stop at Bass Tire.
Serving Nashville for over 35 years.
On Nolensville Road, next to the zoo.
From custom millwork to hands-on training to the best products in the industry, T.W. Perry, Builder's First Source, helps you do more. Each of our locations includes showrooms featuring windows and doors, decking and railing products, and a wide range of materials designed to inspire your next project. From concept to completion, you a chance to see, touch, and compare the products that bring your vision to life. T.W. Perry, Builder's First Source, building better together.
We're back here at Viva Las Vegas. Got her done, or get her done, if you will. Scott Cassidy with the win. Got the 777s on the slot machine. He's going to take it all the way to the bank. Scott, buddy, congratulations on the win. Second win on the season. Congratulations on the win. Tell us about it, buddy, because I'm telling you, you had that earlier spin. He's able to rally back and get the win. Tell us about it.
Yeah. He said I'd come down on him, but I don't know if I did or not. I was up high. I thought I was good, and luckily I saved it. And from that point on, I was kind of mad driving, you know what I mean? I was going to get back up front either way.
I'm trying to remember the incident now. We were kind of torn on that. We couldn't make a decision, to be honest with you. I'll be just as honest as I can be. You'll see it on the broadcast. We didn't really have an opinion one way or the other. It didn't appear. We just kind of called it a racing thing, because it wasn't anywhere near obvious like the one with Robertson later in the race, But
yeah,
that was obvious. But that one was a bit just, I don't know. It was kind of like y'all met in the middle, but neither one of you moved that much. It almost maybe looked like some side draft might have caused that,
It may have. I didn't even really see it. I mean, I just felt that, I felt the hit and started getting sideways and tried to save it the best I could. And then after I gathered myself up there, I was going to try to make some move, and then we had a caution, so I got tires. I knew I was good then, and I could work my way back up. Robertson and Andrew and them guys were fast, but I think I was a little faster. I'm not trying to brag, but I felt very comfortable and fast.
Well, you showed it.
And there at the end, I just held the bottom, so they wanted it. They had to go higher, move me.
Yeah, and your tires were still good enough. It seemed
yeah, they were great tires. Yeah, even on that long run, I still had 90% tires.
Really?
That first run, yes, sir, sure did.
Damn tire wear, save it. I'm telling you.
I need to get some lessons from you.
I think they were 89. That first pit stop.
Wow.
So,
and that was what?
Good,
that was about a 30 lap run, wasn't it?
Uh-huh. Yes, sir.
That's pretty good.
But it felt real good. I hate that, me and Andrew got together, and I hate that Robertson, I think I had the low line, and he come down on me. Me, guys. I try to race as clean as I possibly can.
Yeah, I'm trying to find that incident.
I see you displaying my your logo. I turned it around so everybody could read that.
I didn't even notice that was there. Look at that.
That's awesome.
What is that doing there?
Yeah, I turned it around.
I hit
so
the
if you
wrong
showed it
camera. I
again,
meant to show this one up front here. I don't know what happened.
Oh, you're good.
My bad. I don't know how that happened right there.
No, you're good. That's why it's on there, so you can display it if you want to. Yes,
I
sir.
did.
that's
You got Alan Tillery's name on there with it? I never looked past my own there.
Yeah, it's on the side of my truck.
No,
yes,
see,
sir.
you need to get Alan back there too, where he gets plenty. He's gonna get plenty of airtime as long as I'm showing off my own logo.
Yeah, I need to put it on the wing back there. Yeah,
That's
it'd be
right.
good.
No, but good. You had a great run tonight, man. You look strong.
Yeah, thank you.
And
Yeah.
there, at the end there, you were just holding on the bottom like you're supposed to. I mean, it's a tough place to pass if the fast guy can hold the bottom of the track.
Yeah, he could have up high all he wanted if he could pass me up there, but I was going to stay low, or they had to move me, to get me. And he did bump me. Alan bumped me a little bit.
Oh
but
yeah.
I was good. The truck felt awesome. Felt good tonight. It felt fast. I knew I would be up front, running with those guys. So I just hate that I got into it with Robertson. I definitely don't want to wreck nobody.
Well, Scott, I'll ask you one final question, and then you can translate that to your sponsors. I mean, this is your second win, obviously, on the season, but if you look at the points as how tight they are, just how tight the racing is in this league, I know, like, now NASCAR, at least for the past couple seasons, I don't know if it's going to really matter this season or not, or this coming up season, but it's all about winning. It's always been about winning. Do you feel like, if you want to try to lock up this Heart-to-Heart Motorsports Truck Series Championship, that you're going to have to just keep on winning? I mean, do you feel like you have to win every single week, or do you think maybe there's a week where maybe you could, finish second or third and still maybe have a shot to try to win the whole championship?
I think if you stay consistent, you don't have to win every race. If you just stay consistent, you got to have some luck. If you stay out of trouble and don't get wrecked and finish the race and be consistent, if I do me and drive like I can and be consistent, I think it just pays off. It has before. It really messed me up last week. I thought I could go another lap, and I turned 3. I ran out of gas and I coasted all the way to my pit stop, which was unfortunate. But I still came back and got a top 5. I drove my you-know-what off, and it helped to get the top 5, and I still had the points lead. But as long as you just try to stay consistent and have a good finish, you'll still keep getting the points. You'll be fine, especially if you get out there and lead a lap. And if you get lucky, win the most laps, you'll be good.
Scott Cassidy, buddy, you get the win. Congratulations on that. Thank your sponsors and shout-outs.
Okay, we got to give it to Alan Tillery for all the great sponsorship they do for me. Muscle Car, Buchanan Resort. I'm trying to think of everybody here. A few others.
Bass Tire.
Yeah, Bass Tire. Definitely Bass Tire. I got to give a shout out to Bobby Joe and Bass Tire. The other one that Austin drives. We appreciate all of our sponsors. We got one heck of a league here and some great sponsors. We have some great drivers that we're all kind of friendly and get along. It's a great league.
Yes, it definitely is.
It really is. And I want to shout out to Abby, my daughter. I know she was watching a little bit. Stephanie, I know she always shouts out at me.
Yep.
I appreciate
Stephanie
the love
was
on
in
that.
there.
She's a great fan of mine. I appreciate her watching, and all the guys at work. I know some of them watch and stuff, so I appreciate it. And thank you guys for broadcasting. I've loved going back and watching you guys' broadcast.
Well, Jake
Scott, buddy,
Jake
we
makes it
appreciate the hell out of
entertaining.
you. Yep.
Jake makes it entertaining, and I'm just along for the ride.
Yeah, me too. That's what it is.
We all along for the ride. Scott Cassidy, buddy, you get the win. Second win of the season. Appreciate your time. Have a good Thanksgiving. Come Thursday. We'll see you at Talladega next Sunday.
Okay, yes, sir. Thank y'all. Y'all have a good weekend.
Ooh, is it
Happy Turkey
Talladega?
Day, everybody.
All right.
Happy Turkey Day.
Happy Turkey Day. Y'all don't eat too much.
Oh, I'm already planning on eating too much.
I'm planning on that one as well. Scott Cassidy, that is Scott Cassidy gets the win here tonight. We'll go to second place finisher, Mr. Alan Moore. Alan, Yeah, buddy. I know you've been sitting here waiting for a little bit, but thank you for waiting. But Alan, buddy, I mean, congratulations on the P2. I mean, was there anything else that you could have done to try to get around Scott Cassidy to try to get that win?
Oh, I could have put him in the fence, but I wasn't going to do that.
You had your chance. You had him jacked up there. Yeah, you had him jacked up. You
gave him a
could've.
little tap on entry. Hopefully it'd rattle his cage, move him up a half a lane where I can get a nose under him. But I like Scott. Him and Bobby brought me and Austin on a couple years ago into the league and kind of taught us a lot about the sim racing, the ins and outs, the setup. And I'm actually running on Bobby's old wheel that he sold to me a couple weeks ago. So I got to race them guys clean. But yeah, I gave him a little tap. Just didn't work out.
But now, if you didn't like him, would you have sent him? That's the question. You like him, so you didn't send him. But if you didn't like him, would you have sent him?
I gave it a little bit more just to try to move him up. I don't think I had enough momentum to put him in the fence, but
I could have loved
not
him.
In the championship
I'd
race.
have pumped him up there. So,
so if it wasn't Scott, I probably would have given him a little bit more of aggressive nudge. But I'm not points racing. I'm just out trying to get wins. So
all the more reason to put him up in the wall. No,
yeah,
I'm kidding.
Jim, you got anything for Alan?
Look, man, good to talk to you. Good to have you in here. We didn't talk about you a lot during the race. Haven't really talked about you a ton during the season. It's and then you popped up with a really nice finish. We love that. I love that Jegs paint scheme that you run in. That's old school racing right there, man. That takes me back to my early days when I was trying to build me some drag cars and stuff like that, and ordering parts from Jegs. That was back before there was any internet ordering or any of that kind of stuff going on, man. The Jegs catalog
days.
That was where it was at, man. The Jegs catalog. And yeah, so I love it. So, but yeah, congratulations, man. Good run, good clean racing. Like you said, you tried to shake him enough to get him to move up the track, but didn't get too aggressive. That's good clean racing, and he just had you covered there. Yeah. That's all there is to it.
If we'd had a couple more laps, I could have. Who knows what could have happened? I also had BJ locked on to me, so if I moved up the lane, I probably would have got past trying to make a move at Scott. So
that's true.
Is what it is.
Yes. Well, go ahead, Jake.
Well, Alan Moore, buddy, congratulations on the P2 here tonight. Appreciate your time as always. Thank your sponsors. Any shout outs?
Shout out to Austin. He helped me with all the strategy through the race. He's driving in the race and also crew chiefing for me at the same time. So appreciate him for all the insight and helping me out. Bass Tire, Allen Tillery Chevrolet, TW Perry, y'all guys for broadcasting.
All right, man.
Alan Moore. All right. Alan Moore comes home with a P2 here tonight. Alan, appreciate your time. Have a good turkey day. Come Thursday, we'll see you at Talladega next Sunday.
Sir, thanks, guys.
That was Alan Moore comes home with a P2 here this evening. We go to third place. BJ Lade rocking the Kyle Busch M&Ms. Hell yeah. We love M&Ms.
He's going to say, watch, he's fixing to say it's not, he's going to say it's not Kyle Busch. Watch.
Well, it definitely wasn't for Kyle Busch.
See, I knew that was coming. No, watch.
If you look close enough, guys, it says Happy Thanksgiving on there.
Oh, it's a Thanksgiving M&Ms. Okay.
BJ Lane the third.
He's going to take it back to Dale Jarrett or who else drove the M&M car back in the day? Elliott Sadler.
Jarrett drove it. No, Elliott Sadler or Ken Schrader. That's probably who you're thinking about.
There
Ken Schrader.
Yeah, Ken Schrader.
BJ Lane the third, buddy. Congratulations on the run. I mean, talk to us about it, buddy, because we saw you. You had a pretty good night. Had just your struggles and here and there. Everybody had their struggles here tonight, but talk to us about it. You come on P3.
I'll tell you what, early on in the race, I kind of ran that higher line. I felt like I was faster on that higher line because I could get a good tuck in beside those guys, get a good little side draft there. And ended up actually burning my tires up running side by side there at the beginning of the race, and that's when I got a little free early on, and got in a little trouble, but was able to regain my composure there and get moving towards the front of the field again after getting that fast repairing them tires. I think on that second tire run, I went ahead and just got right side tires there and pushed it hard as I could there. And I remember on that last restart, Scott was telling me, I told him, I said, I'm right behind you. I'm getting ready to push you and give you all I got here at the end and just try to get me a good top 3 here. I'm not even too worried about winning. I just like give me a top 3. And he's like, we got on that restart, hit that gas pedal. He said, don't you wreck me now. You just take it easy. And, they Scott and my dad, they've been crew chiefing me all season and kind of helping me get dialed in. I just got some new pedals this week and thank my wife for those. Got me hooked up with some really nice pedals. And Scott and my dad helped me out this week, get them dialed in and get them set up for me for the race. And I'll tell you what, man, it was outstanding. It was a fun race. Few incidents for a few people, but it definitely was a fun race.
Jim.
Yeah, no, I was just trying. So before the race, we were talking about points, and these guys up front, like Scott's now got a second win. And, we've had 4 races prior to this. It was 4 different winners. And, there was no doubt those guys up there are going to win more races. And like I pointed you out specifically as somebody who was eventually going to have to take some sort of gamble and get up there and win a race or two to stay in this points championship. Consistency's good, but it's not going to win you a championship in this league unless you're winning races, at least a couple of them, I think. But you did get a nice third place finish tonight. And what are your thoughts like moving forward, from here? Are you seeing that, that you are going to have to get up there and push to try to maybe make some strategy moves or something to try to win a race and, just, make an aggressive move to stay in that points hunt?
I mean, I definitely feel like I'm going to have to try to at least get a win out there in this season. It'll be the first win I've ever done in my league.
Oh, really?
But
this is our first season here. I did not know that.
Out of all of our seasons we've run, this is probably one of the best seasons I've had so far. So, I try to tell everybody, as Scott says there, you want to run consistent and you just want to take your time, try your best to, not race side by side, burn those tires up, just cut in line, take your time, be patient, and I feel like my win will come one of these days sooner or later.
Oh,
so
no doubt. Yeah.
We're definitely hoping, I am strong at super speedway. So hoping next week we'll see.
That'd be a good one.
See what happens. That would
Fat
be a
and
hell
full,
of a deal right
fat
there.
and full from Thanksgiving, putting a little extra weight on that left side, getting that car to turn a little bit better. That's my plan.
Get it to work in them 33-degree corners. BJ Lane III comes home with a P3 here tonight. BJ, congratulations on P3. Appreciate your time. As always, thank your sponsors. Any shout-outs?
I want to give a big shout out to all of the sponsors of Heart to Heart: Allen Tillery, Buick GMC, Bass Tire, Chasing Muscle Cars, TW Perry, CNL Carpets, all of you guys, everybody that does anything for this league, all the people that watch, you guys, most of all, for doing the broadcast. Y'all are doing a phenomenal job this season, bringing the name Heart to Heart out here in the racing platform. So much love to everybody, and I appreciate you all.
Well, we appreciate
BJ
you.
Lane III. We appreciate you, buddy. Appreciate your time. Congratulations on the P3. Have a good turkey day. Come Thursday. We'll see you at Talladega next Sunday.
Happy Turkey Day.
Boy, we cannot wait. Boy,
I'm
that is
ready.
BJ Lane III. Baby comes home with a P3 here tonight in Vegas.
I was born.
Jimmy.
I was born for Thanksgiving.
Damn sure, baby. I'm ready to rock and roll with that one as well. Get me a little turkey, some wild turkey, get the whole 9 yards, get myself lined up. Jim, buddy, final thoughts on a good one here tonight at Viva Las Vegas.
Once again, just good quality heart-to-heart racing, man. Every single week, it's great finishes, right down to the wire. Several guys can win. What more can you ask for? You get a little drama, a little beef here and there. It's all good, man. This is exactly what you come out to watch right here.
Absolutely. Real quick, Jim, do you got to take a leak? Are you in a hurry?
No, I'm good. You go ahead and tell the story, whatever
you're
you
good
gotta
on this
do.
one. Okay, you're good on this one. So, yeah, a little backstory on that one. We done a broadcast Friday night. Turns out he wanted me to hurry it up because
He
I
wouldn't shut
sometimes
up.
like to drag it out. Well, I like to drag it out. I like to give the fans a good outro.
I already
It
told
turns
him
out-
I needed to get off. We'd been on the air about 2.5 hours. And I
Turns out-
told
yeah,
him, I
turns
said, I
out-
got to go. And he just kept
Yeah,
on
he had-
talking.
Yeah, turns out Jim had to take a piss, and I'm sorry about that. I kind of drug it out a little bit. But anyway, Vegas was a good one here tonight. It was an absolute blast. Vegas always turns out to be a good one. And the Heart Motorsports Truck Series, they did a damn fine job of it here this evening. And obviously, Scott Cassidy, 2 wins on the season now, leading the points, leading right into the wild card, which is Talladega next Sunday night. It was a good one, as it always is, with the Heart Motorsports Truck Series. But folks, that's going to do it for this broadcast here on MotorMouth Broadcasting. Got to thank all our great sponsors, C&L Carpets, Allen Tillery, obviously Buckheaded Resort Bass Tire, T.W. Perry. Can't forget about the title sponsor of the race, Chasing Muscle Cars. Awesome to have them for the Chasing Muscle Cars 75 here at Viva Las Vegas. Shout out to the drivers for always putting on a hell of a show, being entertaining a lot of times. And the fans, y'all come out big old numbers here on MotorMouth Broadcast. If you haven't yet, make sure you like and subscribe. And obviously with Bobby Joe and Scott, all those guys, all the admin here with Heart Motorsports, allowing us to come in here, call some good racing, be ourselves, entertain you, the fans. From my good buddy, Jim Cunningham, I'm the redneck announcer, Jake Reeves, saying as I always say, be safe, be kind, be fast. Have you a good turkey day come Thursday. Get you some turkey, some mashed taters. If you get a little wild turkey, if you got some of that, get yourself half lit, enjoy yourself. Because, hey, folks, it's all about being thankful and being humble. And that's something I've always 100% stood behind. Be humble, be kind, be thankful to each and every one of your loved ones. Spend time with your family. That's what it's for. Because next Sunday night, oh, hell. My place, my house, love it. Talladega, Sweet Home, Alabama. Roll Tide. It's going to be a good one. Round 6 of the Heart Motorsports Truck Series, Talladega Super Speedway. Next Sunday night, 8:45. Make it 9 p.m. Eastern Time is when the green flag will drop. 4 wide, 3 wide for most of the parts, and 190 miles an hour, baby. We will see you there. And bring the wild turkey because it's going to be a good one.